I feel like this is a very inappropriate time to say this, but I feel like the song Let the Bodies Hit the Floor should be hitting right now because people are just falling left and right in Arc V. They're just all going. I just want to hear Let the Bodies Hit the Floor because they're just get the body bags. Or more like get the card sleeves because everyone's getting turned into cards and potentially dying and being sent to another dimension. I don't know what's going on with those cards, but straight up, before we actually even get into the Arc V episode 48 news, we got some good news actually going on with Arc V. So one thing that was announced is that we're going to be actually getting a new opening and ending soon. That's going to be airing on episode 50. Since we're on 48, we've got to do another 2 weeks before we hear the new opening, and it's being called Unleashed by Gekidan Nigata. I have no idea who that is. I do know that the Bullet Train people, they actually did like the 2 openings, which, you know, they were awesome. I really do enjoy the second opening a lot more. I think it's really colorful, vibrant. I think maybe we should go a little bit more, you know, a little bit darker now since like the series is taking a different turn. And not to mention as well, we've also got an ending as well called Arcus being done by Boys and Men. Okay, like, I haven't really known this band either, so I'm looking forward to see what these songs sound like. I mean, there was not really any ending of Arc V so far that hits me. I mean, Future Fire is alright, but it's still, like, nothing too much, you know, to it. But honestly, one thing I could say as well is another bit of news, actually. Apparently, Crow and Jack Atlas are going to be appearing in Arc V. So this is something that's very interesting, whether or not this is going to be, like, a training simulation, or I doubt the characters are actually going to appear in himself, because like why would just Jack Atlas and Crow just appear unless this is like in the same time as 5Ds is happening. I'm pretty sure like Heartland's it, like this is a future like Neo Domino's here. I think this is like way future, so I'm kind of curious about that, like what's actually going to be happening with this. Like, so that's something to ask in the comment section down below. What is actually going to be happening with Crow and Jack Atlas? And hey, I mean 5Ds, although personally not my personal favorite out of all the Yu-Gi-Ohs, I think we can all still agree that the original Yu-Gi-Oh is still like the best out of all of them. It's like, regardless of what, I mean, Jack Atlas and Crow, they're two interesting characters that I like from 5D, so I'm looking forward to seeing them if they have like a big major role. I know the voice actors are coming back, so hey, that's fucking cool. And now we can get on with the episode. And boy, oh boy, as the fucking Academia, are they just cleaning up right now. When even you have like 5 people going against 3 of them, and that is still not doing nothing. Like, I've got to admit, I really did like the ninja guy in this one. Like, both of them, like, one of them was like going against Sora, and the other one was like protecting like Senna and Kurosaki, since they ran away from Sora, and she like used like a really cool card to like escape from him. And it's like, yo, I'll hold back the sun, you go hold back the moon. I really did like that sort of stuff. Although, like, I feel like we could have done more with these 2 characters. They honestly did only last until this one. But I like he had like this one card that's like, okay, like to end the battle phase, I'll just pay half my life points. Got the anti-hound dogs, and then he had like, oh, you want to do 600 points of damage to us? No, I've got one that does it under 800 life points and stuff. You can't do that much. It's like, this guy made sure he did his job. They protected them, and I think that was some cool things to do. But Kurosaki's fucked up, so we didn't really get to see like what much we could do. Like Stella, when she tried to do something, it just honestly just didn't even work, because like they had like a revoke fusion kind of card where it just stopped him and kind of like turned like the monsters back to normal and did damage. It was like, yeah, that was kind of a little bit of fuck up on her part. But it's like, regardless of when you had like Michi and Teppei come in, like, and this is the thing, this is the first time we've seen Teppei duel, so I'm kind of curious like what this guy is going to be actually doing. And surprisingly enough, he actually uses a legendary fisherman, which was something that I thought was really cool. And this is something that Arc V's been doing very right, is that they've been bringing back old cards and then making use of them. So he like comes out and he said, okay, now I like take care of this card and special summon Legendary Fisherman 3, like that. And he just like summons it, and I'm like, holy shit, that's kind of fucking awesome. Like, I remember like Joey Wheeler having Legendary Fisherman, he never really did anything with it. I mean, it had like some cool attack points back in the day, but that was when like 1850 was pretty powerful, and like Wars Raider was like one of the best level 4 cards that you could ever get. So regardless, well, I think that was an awesome like card to bring out. And then I think its like ability was it like banished, and it did like some of the damage as well, like so it was like, I think it was like combined, including like Michi's card as well, like all of them did like, I think like 2,000 points. But then they started doing like, I'm sorry, but I hate the gear decks. I think the gear decks are so pathetic. Like all it is just burn damage. That's all it is. And that's one thing that annoys me with decks. I hate burn damage decks. I think they're a piece of shit. And they're just fucking scrubs. Yet they're taking out fucking Michi and Tepe. Like, especially fucking Michi. Michi got fucked up. Like, when he got hit by, like, I believe there was like 3 trap cards they had, I thought, oh fuck, is this gonna be Uriah, Lord of Searing Flame or something like that? I'd be like, or like, it would be sick as fuck if Uriah just came out one of the Sacred Beasts from GX. I was like, oh shit. Like, this is some shit. Like, it was like, no, they're like, oh, anti-gear booster, anti-spark shot, anti-revival, and it was like, the Reborn card brings them back with like 200 extra attack points, and then you have like the spark damage, so it's like half of their attack points, and then the other card, like, does like, I think like it doubles it, so it was like 2,000, and since like each of them took their turns there, it was like, oh, 2,000 points, 2,000 points, 2,000 points, like each of them like took it. So Michi and Tepe went fucking down, and then it was like, oh no, even like the ninja as well, he was going down, like all of them got fucked up, and I'm like, no, like I'm not gonna lie, like I think Michi had it fucked up, like he like crashed into the fucking building and just like had this huge big imprint on him, so it's like, Jesus Christ, that looked like that fucking hair. But yeah, it looks like pretty bleak right now, and not to mention as well, like Sora finished his fight with a ninja and fucking straight there from what we had was motherfucking like piece of shit like Shingetsu appear, and I'm like, yo, that's awesome. Like Shingetsu appears and he saves like the one ninja because he was now about to take 2,000 points of damage. He's like, oh no you don't, I'll use my action card, like fuck you. And then he like loses 2,000 points of damage because he like get intruded in the battle. Like not too much happened in like duel wise. I mean, we had like the start of the Sora fight, so that's awesome, and he was starting to go dark fucking Super Saiyan mode, and I was like, oh fucking shit. But one thing this shows, and this shows like Yuya's very nice development as a character, although he was like screaming and like fucking losing his shit, he actually managed to control it. He was like, he thought about Yuto and he's like, yo, I need to think of the smiles, I need to, you know, the way I've been taught to duel is through happiness, and it's like, yeah, that's what I've got to do. So yes, guys, like I'm gonna duel you, but I'm not gonna rely on the dark power anymore. So I like it that it's already kind of being addressed already. I kind of just don't want this to be a thing where it's like, oh, like an occasional episode or so it comes back and he's a badass or something like that. It's like, I kind of like it if it's like, it's there now, but you might as well sweep it under the rug now and kind of like conclude this little bit of the story arc. I kind of want Yuya to turn this power into something else. Like, yeah, he has that really cool dragon, but I want it to like have another one, or maybe like when he like gets Yugo like combined with him or something, if he has a synchro dragon, then that makes him a better person. So I don't know, like who knows what's gonna happen, but other than that, it was a fucking awesome episode. Like Shingetsu coming in, that was like kind of cool and surprising to see. I was like, yeah, I thought that was awesome. Like, not to mention as well, we seem like we got a nice little squad here, since, you know, Reiji wants like this little squad going on. So yeah, you got Yuya and like Yuzu, Selena, like all of them. It'd be awesome if Sora joined in, but I honestly doubt it. So it's gonna take a lot more than Sora to like change his ways apparently. But other than that, this was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. Like, nothing was wrong with the animation, or the animation looked absolutely fine in this episode. Like, I think the story was the best part about it, and duel-wise, like, yeah, like, I think one of the best things about it was, like, hey, I fucking absolutely loved, like, seeing, like, the legendary fisherman, like, getting some love. I did love that, but it's like, the story was the one that shined out the most in this episode. It's just, like, the progression was just huge in this one, so definitely really enjoyed this one. I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. I thought this was a great episode, but let me know in the comments section down below what you thought about this one. But that's all for me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and what do you think about the new news about getting the new opening, ending, Jack Atlas, and Crow appearing from 5Ds? But that's all for me, so thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next